Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nathan. If you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC 224. I know. I meant to get this episode out a little sooner, but I've just been so busy with stuff. Yeah, this is just a quick post-fight rundown of the main card. So I went 4-1 on the main card with my predictions. Pretty good. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so the only one I got wrong was the co-main event. Yeah, so the main event was for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship, Amanda Nunes versus Raquel Pennington. And as I predicted, Amanda Nunes won. However, I thought she was going to win by decision. It went TKO punches round 5, just around the halfway point of the 5th and final round. So I was pretty close with how she was going to win, but I knew she was going to win, so I was right about her winning. And Amanda Nunes pretty much dominated every round, outstruck Raquel Pennington, which I figured was going to happen, and then just finish her off in the 5th round. This was pretty much a stand-up war, which I kind of figured it would be. Amanda Nunes, obviously talented champion, having defended the belt 3 times, I believe. So looking impressive, and having won the belt from Miesha Tate. So she's had a list of murderers row, as they say, to get the belt and then defend the belt, having defended against Ronda Rousey, Valentina Shevchenko, and now Raquel Pennington. Then in the middleweight division, the co-main event, we had Kelvin Gastelum versus Ronaldo Souza. Kelvin Gastelum, wow, his takedown defense held up better than I thought. His cardio held up better than I thought. Ronaldo, I know he wanted a submission, but it wasn't there. And Kelvin won split decision. I think it was a fair decision. I think the judges got it right. I think Gastelum won. It was either 2-3 or 1-2, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, this was some good strikes, some good takedown defense, and that was pretty much the stuff that won Gastelum the fight. Yeah, Gastelum definitely needs a title shot now, as far as I'm concerned. He beat the number 2 guy ranked in the UFC middleweight division. Then, in a catchweight bout, Mackenzie Dern defeated Amanda Cooper. Submission rear naked choke round 1. Kind of figured it would end in a submission. Yeah, this was a catchweight at 123 pounds. Mackenzie Dern was practically a flyweight at this point, and Cooper was a strawweight. So I think the UFC should and probably will cut Amanda Cooper a lot of slack. Understandably so, Amanda Cooper is upset for various reasons, as well as a lot of fans. And yeah, I just think Mackenzie Dern should be a flyweight. I know she wants to go back, try her luck at strawweight, but yeah, just at that point, just be a flyweight. Then in the bantamweight division, we had John Lineker versus Brian Kelleher. This was a great stand-up war, but John Lineker seemed to get the better of the strikes overall. But Brian Kelleher did land a couple good shots, and then I thought, oh man, this fight's going to go to a decision. But then it was, I believe, a straight right that landed against Brian Kelleher, and it was KO punch, round 3 finish for John Lineker. This was a fairly fun fight. I wish it ended a little sooner, but hey, we can't have everything, right? But they both went in there and did their best and showed a lot of skills and talent. I think John Lineker was too much for Brian Kelleher in his career right now. Brian Kelleher, I think, yeah, he should just stay in the UFC for now and fight non-ranked opponents and just sort of build up his skill set and his experience inside the octagon. And I think years down the line, if there's a rematch, Brian Kelleher will look better. Then, to kick off the main card in the middleweight division, we had Lyoto the Dragon Machida versus Vitor Belfort. This is pretty much what I thought like I said on my pre-fight show, that Machida was going to land some sort of wacky strike, catching Vitor Belfort, and that's exactly what happened. It was a front kick knockout win for Machida in round 2, a minute into it. And yeah, I didn't see it being a front kick. I thought it would just be like a straight right jab that came out of nowhere that would take out Belfort. So even more impressive and out of nowhere with this front kick. And it was the same, pretty much the same style of front kick as when Anderson Silva knocked out Belfort. So poor Belfort here, and apparently he's retiring now, but only time will tell, as I say. I always say give it 5 years. If they still haven't fought, then it's probably sticking. But with Chuck Liddell talk right now, you never know. And that wraps up my post-fight show. Stay tuned in the coming days for my UFC Fight Night, Maia versus Usman, UFC Chile fight card prediction pre-show. And until then, as always, see ya.